W-A-T-E-R, water. It has a name. W-A-T.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Patty Duke.
Thank you. That was a scene from the motion picture, The Miracle Worker. In that film, and in the stage version, which was produced by our next honoree, I got to say the sum total of one word. I've been overcompensating for it ever since, I'm told. But tonight I am indeed proud to be able to speak about a man who, as one critic put it, lent a sense of direction and adventure to electronic theater during his long and illustrious career as a producer. Fred Coe, born Frederick Hayden Coe, about as far from show business as you can get, in Alligator, Mississippi, on December 23rd, 1914, was the only child of Fred and Annette Coe. Brought up in Kentucky and Tennessee, he attended Peabody College for Teachers in Nashville, going on to do graduate work at the Yale Drama School from 1938 to 1940. In 1945, Fred was hired as a production manager at NBC, but soon found himself producing, writing, and directing as well. From 1945 through 1957, he remained at NBC as a producer and director of dramas, but he was also responsible for producing one of the most delightful comedy series ever filmed, Mr. Peepers, starring Tony Randall and Wally Cox. Fred Coe produced and directed all the weekly shows for the first season of Philco Playhouse. Later, Delbert Mann and Gordon Duff were brought in to direct, and Fred concentrated on producing. From that wonderful series came such playwrights as Horton Foote and Paddy Chayefsky, and a remarkable group of outstanding dramas and stars.
Song, Paula.
Will you be very successful?
I expect so.
And rich?
I'm rich already.
So am I.
Then the Senate, maybe even the cabinet one day. Jeff Davis is a whisper now.
I've watched you blowing yourself up like a fat toad, Bill Tweed, like a pig's bladder. And now all I've got to do is prick that bladder with a pin.
You can make a wish on a falling star.
Yes, I know. Too bad I didn't feel.
You take my wish.
Oh, no.
Oh, go on. I've already got mine. I'm on my way to Bountiful.
I'm going to get down on my knees. And I'm going to beg that girl she should marry me, and I don't care whether you like her or anybody else.
Fred Coe gave golden opportunities during the golden age of TV drama to such distinguished writers as Robert Allen Arthur, J.P. Miller, and N. Richard Nash, and to such future giants as directors John Frankenheimer, Arthur Penn, and Delbert Mann. In all, he was responsible for the production of over 500 television dramas, and some of his best work was done for the Goodyear Playhouse, Playwrights 56, and the illustrious Playhouse 90.
Pity. Pity is a poison. Today's friend stabbed you during the night. As for his friendship, 6 inches into your backbone, there's his friendship.
Stay away from behind me. I don't trust you behind me.
What right have you got to give orders, Mr. Neville?
Nazi.
Don't you call me that, or I'll...
What? You'll do what?
I wouldn't ask you to drink with me. And I control it.
I can't control it. You're an alcoholic like me.
I know.
Yes, you are. You and I were a couple of bums on a sea of booze in a leaky boat, and it sank. Only I got something to keep me from going under. I'm not going to let go for you or anybody else.
Fred Coe has 2 children by his first wife, a son, John, and a daughter, Lawrence Ann. In 1952, he married Joyce Beeler, and they are the parents of Sue Ann and Samuel. Though we honor him tonight for his television achievements, he was also active on Broadway, being creatively involved with such dramatic successes as All the Way Home, Gideon, Two for the Seesaw, Wait Until Dark, 1,000 Clowns, and happily for me, The Miracle Worker. It was during the making of The Miracle Worker for television in 1979 that Fred Coe died. But his imprint is on every foot of that film. I had the wonderful opportunity of switching roles in that production, playing Annie Sullivan to Melissa Gilbert's Helen Keller. And it was truly one of the most rewarding experiences of my life.
Forever. And ever.
For his strong belief in the medium of television as a source of great drama and entertainment, for his unerring good taste in bringing to the public new actors, playwrights, and directors of the highest caliber, for his untiring efforts in bringing over 500 dramatic works to the TV screen with a minimum of compromise and a maximum of impact. It is the wish of the Television Academy to honor Fred Coe with its highest accolade, induction into the Hall of Fame, and accepting for their father, Samuel and Sue Coe.
Thank you. We are very, very proud to accept this induction for our father, who has contributed so much, who has touched and enriched all of our lives. His spirit is forever alive in the theater, film, and television. His spirit is forever alive in our hearts. He is always with us.
I love my father, and I know he's greatly pleased. He thanks you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Milton Berle.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, boy, what a night. What a night. Oh, I've never seen so many stars and celebrities in one place in my whole life. I was just thinking, if a bomb ever hit here tonight, show business would go on as usual. Oh, before I go any further, I would like to say that my dear friend George Burns wanted to come here tonight, but he couldn't make it on account of the distance. He's in the lobby, and as the first comedian to be inducted into this wonderful Hall of Fame, I want to talk, ladies and gentlemen, about another comedian. He is known as the Great One, and it's a title he earned in many ways. But back in February of 1916 in Brooklyn, New York, things were not looking that great for the black-haired, blue-eyed infant whose birth certificate read Herbert John Gleason. Lack of money was always a problem for the family. His father disappeared when Jackie was 9, and his mother had to support them by working as a token clerk in the subway system. Jackie quit Bushwick High School at the age of 16 and started entering amateur contests, which led to a $4 a night job as MC at the Bushwick Theater. Jackie moved to Manhattan when he was 18, shortly after his mother died. He worked at many small nightclubs in New Jersey, honing his skills before some very tough audiences. Then, just by chance, Jack Warner, the movie mogul, saw him perform, and he signed him to a one-year, $250 a week film contract, and away he went to Hollywood. In Tinseltown, Jackie didn't exactly set the movie world on fire. He made 6 forgettable films and headed back east, where he caught the eye of producer Irving Brecker, who signed the young Gleason to play the title role in the TV version of The Life of Riley.
If I want to go out, I'll go out.
All right, go.
All right. I ain't going.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I'm through arguing. Don't go. Stay home.
Well, if that's your attitude, then I'm going out. Come on, go on.
In 1952, CBS lured him away with a very high-paying contract, and on September 20th, 1952, the Jackie Gleason Show aired for the first time live on CBS.
What can I? But when you're gone, what can I? Hey, you kids, get off of that roof. But when you're gone, what can
On this series, his comedic imagination was given free rein, and it brought forth some of the richest characters in the history of the medium.
No. My baby carriage. My little baby buggy.
Pal, I got some of your tabs here. Oh, you ain't got any money? That's okay, pal. See you the next time. Watch out for those swinging doors.
Although I started out doing comedy in 1913, and Jackie started in the late 30s, the both of us were trained, I'd say, in the tradition of live entertainment, vaudeville, burlesque, and nightclubs. Well, vaudeville is dead, burlesque is gone, and nightclubs are almost a thing of the past. But somehow, great comedians still manage to learn and develop and become successful. Maybe they study our old shows, you know what I mean? Anyway, here is one of today's finest comedians, straight out of the Gleason mold. Ladies and gentlemen, John Candy.
Thank you. Jackie Gleason was a hero of mine when I was growing up in Canada. Mr. Burrell was never at a loss for words, and Mr. Gleason had an incredible sense of timing. They say there is the soul of a serious actor lurking within the body of every great comedian. And in Jackie's case, it didn't lurk too long before coming to the surface.
What's the suitcase for?
I'm leaving.
So you're leaving, huh? After all we've done for you?
You see, I've never been able to pay you back. I've never had anything. I've never been anything. I suppose it doesn't mean much to you to know the names of movie stars, but to me, that means a lot. It means that I can be somebody on my own. Now that I know I'm somebody on my own, I can leave.
But if Jackie is to be remembered for one particular thing above all others, it would probably have to be the character he created from 2 parts bluster and 1 part pathos, named Ralph Cramden. The popularity of the Honeymooners defies all boundaries of time and place. It's universal, and even more important, it's just plain funny.
And Joyce Randolph.
Are you comfy, sweetum?
Yeah, I'm comfy.
Good. Oh, and by the way, Ralph...
I got one thing that he hasn't got. I got it here.
You got it here, and you got it here, and you got it here.
You haven't got any sense of humor.
Oh, yes, I do. I married you, didn't I?
You want to go to the moon? Do you want to go to the moon? Bang, zoom. Listen, Alice, What, Candy? What's the matter with you? You got rocks in your head? What are you trying to kill me or something, Norton? What are you hollering at me for? You got rid of the hick off, didn't you? Get out! Get out! You had one, two. You walk.
Ralph, how could you do such a thing?
I have got an explanation for it. I'm a mope. But I love you, sweetheart. Honest, I do. You're the greatest.
Oh, Ralph.
To make the presentation for Jackie Gleason is the woman whom he threatened to send pow right to the moon on many occasions, but who, in the long run, was always the greatest. Ladies and gentlemen, Audrey Meadows!
Thank you. The great one cannot be with us this evening to enjoy firsthand the praise of his peers and admirers. But Jackie is always known as only a performer who has utmost respect for his audience could know that the gift of laughter, which he brought to the public, was a gift that was returned to him many times over. Being a part of his magic was always a privilege for me. And knowing that our relationship will continue to delight new generations for years to come through the existence of the Honeymooners on film is another source of pleasure equal to the original experience. For his unbounded ability to create characters of humor, pathos, and genuine dimension, for the total body of work he has given us that withstands the vagaries of time and taste, the Television Academy, with joy and pleasure, welcomes into the Hall of Fame Jackie Gleason.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for this wonderful honor. I want to express my gratitude to the Academy and to all the talented people who I have been so happily associated with over the years, both in front and in back of the camera. I am also delighted a whole new generation has gotten to know the Honeymooners and can laugh at Ralph and Norton, Alice and Trixie, just as their parents did. Entering the Hall of Fame is entering the history of television. I am grateful and I am flattered. How sweet it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, Richard Frank.
Thank you. No, I am very aware that whenever anyone mentions the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, the first thing that comes to mind is the Emmy Awards. Though we are justly proud of that annual ritual rewarding current excellence in the medium, the Academy is much more than a gilded lady with wings holding up the world. It is an ongoing commitment to education and recognition of lifetime achievements. This last function is the main purpose of the Hall of Fame. It is now my pleasure to introduce a former president of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences and founder and current chairman of the Hall of Fame, Mr. John H. Mitchell.
Thank you and good evening. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbled, or how the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena." All of the people that we are honoring tonight and the honorees from the past 2 years have been and are now in the arena. We know that somewhere out there tonight, young people are watching this tribute, and they are moved by the accomplishments of our honorees. If this be the case, the future of the Hall of Fame, and indeed the entire broadcast industry, will be well served by this event. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Here we are, back with you again. Yes, by gum. And yes, by golly. Cuckoo's band.
And dear old Ollie.
Here we are again. Here we are again.
Hi, kids. And boys and girls in the gallery, what time is it?
Billboards, baronets. We don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing the load. Side by side. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name and I'm aflame. Blame! Right in his eyes. That only your kiss.
Put out the fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Henson.
Good evening. I'm Jim Henson. What you've just seen is a small sampling of real people and creative characters who owe a great debt of gratitude to a very special man. His name is Bert Tillstrom, and like the rest of us who work mostly behind the scenes, his name is invariably linked to those characters he brought to life and who are an extension of himself. Kukla and Ollie, and though he didn't create Fran, he created the idea of using a live person out front, which added a wonderful sense of reality to his characters. Together with Fran, Burr made up a new and delightful form of television entertainment, and I, for one, was one of his most avid viewers. Burr became a good friend of mine. He was a wonderful man. I admired him, I respected him, and I was always inspired by his taste, his wit, and his remarkable artistry.
I can't give you anything but love, a little baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Oh, my, when I saw what I saw, I swore I'd never open up that trunk anymore.
Soon the wheat grew tall, and the little red hen knew it was time to reap it. Who will help me reap the wheat, she asked.
Not I, said the little duck.
Not
Not
I,
I, said the little goose.
Not I, said the little cat.
You children know this story?
No. It's just obvious.
That old black magic had me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well.
Solo. Me and my shadow. Alone.
Watch it. No mood for that kind of nonsense. Just watch it.
Watch it. Everybody loves the baby, that's why I'm in love with you. Pretty baby, pretty baby. And I'd like to be your sister, brother, dad, and mother too. Pretty baby,
Tillstrom. I want to thank you on behalf of Kukla and Ollie and all the Kuklapolitan characters.
Weren't they wonderful? Yep. Yep. Indeed. Yes, Kermit, they certainly were. And you have to admire a man who knows his place, who never tries to upstage his creations. Listen, Kermit, would you like to tell the people more about this wonderfully talented man? Oh, I would be delighted to. Burr Tillstrom was born in Chicago on October 13th, 1917. His mother, Alice Tillstrom, was a pianist who accompanied her son's early marionette shows. His father, Bert, was of Swedish descent. By the time he was 8, Burr was entertaining the neighborhood children by presenting puppet shows on his windowsill. This interest in puppets grew over the years, and by 1939, he was a greatly admired and successful professional puppeteer. In that year, RCA brought the Kuklapolitans to the World's Fair in New York to demonstrate the new medium of television. On Burr's 30th birthday, in 1947, the puppets made their commercial debut on TV station WBKB in Chicago. Fran Allison was the on-camera host and Jack Fascinato the musical director. The shows were never scripted, which meant that all the dialogue was ad-libbed. This was one of the most remarkable things about Burr's talent. In 1949, RCA increased their budget, and the show Kukla, Fran and Ollie went on the network to great critical and audience acclaim. The Emmy Award-winning show remained on the air in one form or another for over a decade. Although Burr and his puppets were virtually inseparable in the eyes of the public, one of Burr's proudest achievements was the Emmy Award he won for a powerfully dramatic piece he created about two people saying their final farewells in front of the Berlin Wall. With nothing more than his bare hands, he brought the scene to life with memorable artistry. I'm really honored we could be here tonight to celebrate the life of this wonderful man. Me too. Well, Kermit, listen, if you say the word, we can share our tribute with the world. Okay, hit it! That's the word.
All right, everyone? Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's sing a song about Burr. Let's sing a song about Burr. Let voices raise to sing his praise. Hey, let's sing a song about Burr.
We hold Burr Tillstrom's memory dear, his optimistic attitude. Us Muppet folks have gathered here to try and show our gratitude.
Oh, let's sing a song about Burr. Let's sing a song about Burr. We're still in awe of what we saw. Let's sing a song about Burr.
Bad jokes I tell to get ahead. Some people say are terrible. Hey, but when I hear what Ollie said, mine aren't so unbearable.
Ooh, listen, anybody that rhymes terrible with unbearable is really reprehensible.
I'm not a poet, and I know it, so don't hold me responsible.
I'd have to say that Tillstrom's skill was splendid and resilient. I wish